looking at the median price, and the median price is bumped up like probably to 405 right now, but I don't change it till the end of the month. So right now I'm still dealing with the 403, but if you're out there finding that prices have jumped up a couple thousand, that's probably true. Probably true. We have 118 homes that y'all listed yesterday. That's really, really good. Thank you so much. 87 single family homes. 28 of those homes were under 400,000. So that is really, really good. And so now I got to do my tech check, make sure everybody can hear me. This is always fun, huh? Dealing with technology. Can you hear me? Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah, so that brings our inventory right around 28 days of inventory, which is really, really good. We put 71 under contract, so that's really good. We closed 67, so we have people making money. Our average daily closings this month, though, have gone down. In last year, they were 108 per day. Now we're down to 103. Not a big change. But, you know, over the course of the month, that's 150 sales that we probably are not going to do if this number continues to be that low. But we shall see. There's still a lot of activity going on around the country. The weather's changing. A lot of times people decide to move, you know, if they're renting, especially in other parts of the country, they decide to move to Vegas. So we'll see. Let's see, 2020 quarter four was pretty good. And it'll be good this year. I believe it'll be good this year. The non-owner occupieds are still hanging in there at about 44 a day. So they're creeping up to being pretty close to 50%, but we'll see what happens. It's about 60-40 now. 60% we're doing, 40% they're doing, 32% they're doing actually, if you just count all the homes. But I think it's a big portion of those are probably single families. But we'll see. That's neither here nor there, really. The $1 million home still selling 4.5 a day. That hasn't changed all year. And we have 554 available homes for $1 million plus. And nothing else really exciting going on, just the end of the middle of the month kind of. And we're hanging in there. We had a holiday Monday, and then we're going to have a holiday the last week. I think it's the last Friday of the month is Nevada Day. And that brings more people here. And sometimes if you want a hot tip, that's when you probably should be doing a lot of social media advertising. Be the week of before they come. And then through that Monday or Tuesday, we have Halloween, I guess the 31st, and then the November 1st, I think is a Monday. So get your advertising budget together and boost more if you're using Facebook, hopefully. And during the week, last week, boost more and boost to California because they will be here. And if they see that you've got homes for sale, reasonable prices, I would do all my price ranges, use your landing pages and agent formula. We have one for every price range. And I think that, you know, Kane is having a agent formula class today from 3 to 5 for people who are just joining. So if you're just joining or you want a refresher, 3 to 5 today at 8400 West Sahara, agent formula class. And then the next class we do now, it won't probably be this month. And the reason is because John and I will be in Santa Barbara for his hip replacement. Yay. Thank goodness. And I'll probably be in November, and Kane and I will get together and schedule it and make sure that you all get a email as to the exact date. So that's the update on that. Education-wise, next Monday coming up, Jimmy's going to teach his new class. The Attorney General is on line 1, which is a fantastic class. It's an interesting law class. And I know we've attended some law classes in the creation of this class to see what, other instructors were doing. And one of the things that Jimmy really wanted to do is make this interesting. And he did. So I'm anxious for y'all to sign up for it. It's Monday, October 18th, 2 to 5, and you sign up at be.vegas. If you got the email, when you click on the email, takes you right to the sign up page. If you go to be.vegas, then you can see the other classes we have, because this month we have, let me show you in the stream here, get myself out of here. So we have law on next Monday. Wednesday, we have contracts, and that's going to be from 10 to 1, writing and presenting the purchase contract. Then the following Monday, we have agency, do you work for your client? Interesting class, 10 to 1. And then on the 28th, we have an ethics class, Show Me the Money, which is really a good class. And that's 9 to noon, a different time slot for us. And then if you go down there to November 3rd, we're going to do that law class again. So that's kind of what's going on at 8400 West Sahara in our training center. And we Zoom all these classes as well. So let's get on with today. It's we're still doing I think we have our last 2 tips from Tom Ferry's coaches. And this is on YouTube, and really interesting if you're saying, well, I'm not on YouTube. Well, you might still want to listen to this, because this doesn't mean you have to have a YouTube channel. This is how you perhaps advertise on YouTube, and it's really interesting. So I'm anxious to get that going. Let me get it into the staging area, and we're going to solo that on. Let's see if I can do this. And let's see, I think what I want to do is actually what I did yesterday. If I can do it again, I want to put myself down here. There we go. And then we want to mute me.
Killer 2 points that every brand new agent, veteran agent, right? Because you took a super veteran who's also a business coach for us, and then Zach, a brand new agent. So that's a nice little spectrum. Jason, what do you got for our last one?
All right. I got 2. I got to pick one.
You can do 2, but you got to do it fast.
Well, yeah, right.
Because normally he talks really slow.
Yeah. All right. First one I would say is I want to go back to YouTube ads, and I want to talk about the in-stream ads that we prefaced before.
Yes.
All right. So in-stream ads are, you go to YouTube and you go to watch a video and a commercial starts to play before, during, and after.
Yep.
And it counts down from like 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, there's a skip ad option.
Yes.
Those are called true view in-stream ads. You're only paying if the viewer actually watches 30 seconds of the video, which means if they skip the 5 seconds, it was a free impression, basically.
Right.
Those ads are amazing, and there are 3 types of instances for when you can use those ads. You can use them for market update videos, for listing videos, and you can use them for any kind of a call to action type of video, like, hey, do you want to get a free home valuation or something like that?
Yeah.
So I was sitting.
Okay, I got it really fast, because like this. So the first 5 seconds is a free impression.
But you have to work it right.
Right. So a smart agent's going to say like some questions, like when you
no, there's one way to hook them.
Okay, let's hear it.
You got in the first 5 seconds, you must state the area you're talking to. So for example, I was in my I was sitting on my in-laws deck in Virginia doing some work on my laptop, and I was looking at a YouTube video. I was actually going to watch a Gary Vee video, and a commercial started to play, and believe it or not, it was a real estate agent, and I was so proud.
Yes.
And he goes, hey, listen, if you're in the Roanoke Valley area looking to purchase a home in the next 6 months, and I looked up, because there's a massive pattern interrupt when he called out my area.
Right.
Now, it used to be that you could actually target down to a 1-mile radius.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore because they have privacy safe radiuses now due to fair housing kinds of changes, but you can still target down to a subdivision level. So literally, if you could say
are you living at Irvine Terrace? Did you know that your home value just, whatever it is, like that is really strong.
Now, just public service, not every subdivision is indexed in Google's list, but like, let's say it's like Highland Park, something like that.
Definitely there, yeah.
Okay, so I could say like, hey, Highland Park homeowners, wanted to let you know that we just sold your neighbor's property for 10% above asking price, blah, blah, blah. If you want all the details, click the link here. It goes to your website.
And that's all got to be under 5 seconds.
The only part that's to be under 5 seconds is, hey, Highland Park homeowners.
But that's only like 2 seconds.
I know, but I've already got them.
Okay.
That's one. So like any kind of a CTA based thing.
Yeah.
Listing videos, announcements about just listed, just sold. Those are opportunities for YouTube in-stream ads, but also one of our coaches, David Caldwell, and his business is just killing it with YouTube in-stream ads, where all he's doing is giving the market update news. He's making about a 2-minute video. It's the brass tacks of what's going on in Sherwood or Tigard or whatever the little city area is he's targeting. And he just gives them the facts. And from a targeting standpoint, he is simply targeting homeowners who live in that city.
Have you guys seen this? So he was in one of my masterminds in Orange County recently, and we're all talking. Everybody's talking about like best ideas and what's working. He's like, Tom said like 4 years ago that I should be doing how's the market videos, so I started. And I've been doing, and Dave, I'm not rousing you, but he's so stoic, right? And then also he's like, so I started doing it, and I got 11 listings last month that people just called me and said, we're ready. And I watched like 20 of our top clients all go, oh God, he's told us to do that.
But how he does it is so simple.
Right.
Literally, it's simple.
Yeah.
So it's about a 2-minute video.
Yep.
What's crazy if you look at his viewership stats is people can skip after 5 seconds, but about 70% are watching almost all of it.
Yeah.
Almost all of it. It's unbelievable. Because
why?
Because YouTube and Google are really good at targeting the right people. They're going to optimize the delivery of the video to the people who want to watch it. He actually increased his spend to $10 a day. So he does a monthly market update. He targets like the city of Tigard, and then he does one for the city of Sherwood, and he has all of his little areas that he's targeting. Spends $10 a day for 30 days, and then does a new one every single time. And he only targets homeowners. And the reason he went from $5 to $10 is because he wants the same people to keep seeing it. If you actually look at the size of the audience, Tigard is a town of, I think, 60,000. About 2,000 people see it. Yeah. But they keep seeing it. They keep seeing it. They keep seeing it.
Who's the person? Who's the agent they trust? They're like, that girl, right? She's the one. Yeah. She's the one that tells me what's going on in the marketplace. I feel educated. I feel informed. And they fall in love with you on camera. Like eventually they're just like, he's my guy. She's my gal. Like whatever.
Absolutely. And then there's a CTA. He's got a link. Hey, go to my website for some more information. He has the video embedded in a blog post, just like the Tom Ferry Show. And there's a little, hey, let's schedule an appointment form fill. Yeah. And that's how he's getting the 11 listings. Yeah. The people who have
and I want to
just
say to everybody, like, you're not going to shoot one video and get 11 listings.
No, he did this for like a year and a half.
He told me, like, he said, like, years into this, that I was like, okay, well, there it is. Like, you become that late night with, Conan O'Brien, or he doesn't have that show anymore. It hasn't for a long time. But you all know what I'm talking about, right?
Throwback.
It's your whoever, but it's the same thing every night, every week. And you're like, oh, it's Friends. It's Tuesday. It's like 7 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Clearly, I don't watch any current television.
It's Thursday.
Whatever. Yeah, where everybody knows your name. Cheers. Yes.
On the latest
I might want to
episode.
look into television. I don't know. No one watches TV anymore.
Hence YouTube. We're talking about YouTube. For that very reason.
Thank you very much.
All right. Do I have time to do the other one really fast?
Real fast. And then you guys got to pipe in and then we'll wrap it up.
All right. We call it an epic listing vlog. So you know what a blog is, a blog post, but a vlog is a video embedded into a blog post. So for example, if I go to tomferryshow.com, tomferry.com, and I look at an old Tom Ferry show, or I look at a podcast or whatever, you will always notice that yours truly, Tom, always embeds the YouTube video in the blog post, and then they add additional text to support it. So that's a vlog, if you will. On your website for your next listing, what you do is you make a really great listing video. That's the epic listing video. An epic listing video, by definition, is, for our ecosystem of clients, is a listing video in which you, the agent, are showcasing the listing. Yes. You're the star. Hey, welcome to my brand new listing at blank, blank, blank. And then you bring them in and tour the house. That's an epic listing video. It's in the blog post with additional details about the property, including photos of the property. Photos that are geotagged of the address of the property to build the local SEO. So you go to geoimager.com, that's geoimgr.com. You actually plug in the coordinates of the actual listing into those photos. You put them up in the blog
You have
post.
to spend the money so you can do all 30 photos at once.
This is true.
Right? You have to spend like whatever, $10 a month, but it's so worth it. Yes.
Yeah. So you put those in there. You can put some a form fill, schedule an appointment, whatever, and then you publish the vlog. You publish it, but then here's the last part you do. You go into Google Ads, ads.google.com, and you create a pay-per-click ad on that specific page.
Yes.
And you create targeting on keywords of whenever somebody searches for the address of this property or this neighborhood or any keyword that's related to the sale of this home, my ad's going to pop up at the top of the screen. I want to be above Zillow. I want to be above Realtor. I want to be above all of them at the top of the screen. And so all of a sudden I become the dominant listing agent
Yes.
for that right there.
Yeah.
And the goal would be that neighbors who are curious about it, Google it to try to figure out what it is. And then bam, I show up right in front of them. They're like, wow, I've never seen an agent do that.
Yeah.
And it's another impression to position yourself as the dominant modern listing agent in your local marketplace.
I love it.
That's why I see Tom Ferry ads on Amazon.
Say that again.
Because he's tracking me.
I am tracking. How about, and I'm not going to say the gal's name, but she sent me a photo once. She's like, your ads are everywhere. And she sends me this text, and it's Tinder with my ad. And I was like, you're on Tinder.
Yeah, we talked about
You
that.
know,
It's called,
yes.
it's called
People-
content exclusions.
Right.
If you don't want to be on those websites.
I do think we're off Tinder now. That's good.
Good
All right.
job.
So closing. First of all, guys, super fun. I have no idea how long this is going, but it's been super fun. It's
been
lots
years.
of great ideas.
15 ideas right here. I mean,
Right, easily. So for my friend listening right now, and closing thoughts from all you guys, but I'm going to say first, ideas are meaningless unless you execute. So if you heard something today, you're like, that sounds hard. That means it's an opportunity for you to lean in, learn, get better. I'd go back through this entire list, and I could already see like Mark Keeley, who's our chief staff writer who does all of our blog. Like, imagine what he's going to write for this entire blog so you should go back to tomferry.com, whether you're on YouTube or wherever you are, and go read, because he's going to detail out everything these guys have said. And then the key for you is to say, now, which one do I want to do for the next 45 to 60 days? Right. Which one am I going to lean into and make this a big part of my campaign to figure out how I can generate more business, more opportunities, more listings, etc. So that's my point. What do you guys got?
So I say,
little coaching here.
I say along the line of what you just said is ideas don't work every time, but over time they work. It's all
Yes.
about consistency. Is
Right.
Exactly. So
Right.
follow an idea, follow it through, and
Yeah.
get it done.
Yeah. Don't do it once. Don't do it once. You got to do it to have some proof of what worked and what didn't. Bill.
So you have got to suck before you shine, meaning that you're going to implement some of this. Like, even if you choose one that you
There's
think is
got to
gonna
be a better way to
simple.
say that.
But you're not going to be good.
You're going to fail before you finish,
Yeah,
right?
I-
Yeah, there you go.
Sounds
I like
more
the way
inspirational.
I like the way I said it. So
Yes.
I'm going to stick with that. So
Yes.
yeah, thank you. But you're going to start something. You're not going to
Yeah.
be good at it.
Yeah.
You're going to be, you've got to be able to put the time, the energy, the effort in
Yeah.
to be able to actually get good at what it is that you're doing.
Right.
And I see where a majority of what normal agents do is they start something for a short period of time. They don't get the results.
Yeah.
They don't give themselves the chance to not be good as they're evolving, and then
Yep.
they stop doing it right
Yep.
when there's an opportunity to be able to have the breakthrough, the transformation that they're looking for.
Right.
So you got to be willing to not be good
Yeah.
before you're going to be masterful at it.
Yeah.
So give yourself the time, give yourself a little bit of patience as you're learning scripts, learning the dialogues, implementing the marketing, not getting the videos right, taking
Yeah.
yourself 25 to 30 takes before you actually look at it and go, oh, that's finally the one. You're going to get better, but not if you stop.
Yeah. Love it. It's kind of like with your kids, right? It's the same thing.
Your kid doesn't fall down and you go, well, that's it.
All right, no more walking. That didn't work.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
The results are in the repetition for sure. I would say, like, this is a lot of ideas, and which ones do you want to take? Like, I would say, look for the lowest hanging fruit. If something that I said was like, oh, I could do that, I know how to do that, I'm skilled in one of those ad platforms, great, start there. If that is a complete learning curve to you, I would suggest, hey, let's go with the low hanging fruit. Was there a script you took away from today?
Right.
What's going to actually move the needle from a result standpoint? Because I think a lot of agents, at least the ones that I talk to a lot of people who feel like they're behind and they're not current and they're not doing enough to market themselves. And I find that to be a highly unproductive feeling because it's just emotions. And I would say, screw that. You're not going to be a master of everything. It's never going to happen. So what's the thing you took away from today that you can execute on quickly?
Yeah.
And then, like Bill and Jeff and you were saying, lock into it, keep doing it. You're not going to get the results right away. They come after a while of doing it.
Yeah.
And then look for the next thing and add one thing at a time, and measure it, evolve it, test it, and get the results you want out of it. That's
Yeah.
my input.
Yeah, I love it. All right, well, this has been super fun. So for all my friends out there watching, it's been a while since I've said like, share, make a comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know what else you want us to do. It's the first time in the new studio, so kind of fired up about that.
That's
Nice to
exciting, man.
christen it here. So listen, thank you so much for being a part of this. Make sure you like, you share, you comment, all that good stuff, and then we'll see you next week on the Tom Ferry Podcast Experience. See you guys.
All right. So Lots of ideas. And just like they said, consistency. Pick 1 or 2, an inch, go deep, go down a mile. Your length is an inch, but your depth is a mile. And that way you will get through the failure part of anything that you do. I was listening to Brian Buffini talking about Michael Jordan, and there's some stat about he missed 9,000 shots, right? But he's epic. There's no success without failure, and I think that if we take anything away from the coaches, that's one thing that Brian Buffini says, and I said that today, that education without execution is just entertainment. And so we have to get into that mindset. And I'm going to just make sure I figured my, there we go. My phone interferes with my bandwidth here. So I wanted to turn off the Wi-Fi. Anyway, so success is filled with failures. There's no success story that anybody's going to tell you without them saying how hard it was for them to get to where they are today. Buffini has his story. He came here from another country. He got in a motorcycle accident. He broke his leg. They had to do 13 surgeries. He got into debt, $250,000. And look where he is today. That's his short story. He's got a longer version, but that's the short story of it. He just kept, and he went bankrupt. Dave Liniger and Gail Liniger, who started Remax, they went bankrupt twice. And they just keep, but if you believe in what you're doing, if you believe that real estate is your passion and this is your career and this is your what you want to do is to help people, you will succeed. And you have to listen to what these 3 coaches and Tom Ferry are saying. Consistency. Try something. Do those videos. It might take 30 takes. Okay. And then all of a sudden you pick one. And now you have, what did they call it? The epic listing video, right? Where you are the star, not just somebody else that you hired to take the video, but learn how to take the video yourself and make you be the person that's doing, the talking about it. Because here's the thing, and I was, I mentioned this before, but if you do a Matterport and you have somebody there, doing the beautiful Matterport walkthrough of the house, but the thing is, you're not there narrating. So there is a way to do that. Take some technical skills, right? Technical skills, but you can take that video and walk through the house telling people, okay, this is a gourmet kitchen, yada, 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 whatever you're going to say. But that makes it epic. And then you put it in your blog, right? You upload photos and you geotag the photos, all these little things that you now have to learn how to do. And because of that, they're saying, just take one idea, get good at it, and then go to the next idea. So maybe you have 1 or 2 or 3 things that you're doing. You're doing the videos, you're doing the circle dialing, you're doing the calling, right? Telling people, hey neighbor, did you just hear what happened to your neighbor down the street? They just sold their house for $1.3 million in 4 days. And it's the same floor model as yours. So what do you think about that? Anyway, all those ideas, and you need to listen. I was telling Tracy, John's buyer's assistant, yesterday, you have to keep listening to these things and practicing them. Pick the ones that you like. That's the most important thing. If you like it, you're going to do it more. You're going to do it more. And the ads, so you don't have to have a YouTube channel to run ads on YouTube, those in-stream ads, and you spend $5 a day in the beginning. And then, and the secret is you say, let's see, what did he say? Let me look at my notes here. He says, hey, if you're in the Summerlin area around the Paseos, did you know that this house just sold, for $750,000, which means your house just went up in value. And then you can give a number. You can do, I don't know how many people you all would know because you're more in the business than I am, but are people really savvy about price per square foot? there, because I hear a lot of people saying, well, that house down the street sold for 900,000. And I'm saying, yeah, but it's 100 square feet bigger than yours. So I think a lot of people don't understand the price per square foot issue. So that could be a great video to do too. Could do something like that. But yeah, so you catch people's attention with that YouTube ad in the first 5 seconds, and then people are going to see it. And then the other thing that they do is that they say, do you live in the Summerlin area? Would you like to know what the weekly stats are? And so they do that weekly show. And that one gentleman, he was doing it for 4 years, and then out of the blue, he gets 11 listings. And that's because he was consistent over time. None of this happens overnight. And I'm sure, Karen, you're watching, that's, you're a broker owner, and that's what happens to agents. They get frustrated. I talked to an agent yesterday, and he says, look, I'm in the restaurant business and I'm trying to jump into real estate, and I just can't seem to make the jump because, I need to make money. And if I make that leap right away. So I recommended that he take 100 Days to Greatness. And I said, it's 2 hours every Thursday if you can take that time away from your job. And it will kind of give you the blueprint. It'll give you the map. It'll give you the strategies. It'll tell you how you can start building your business while you're still working. And that's the beautiful part of the 100 Days to Greatness. There's so many things that you can do to build your business until finally you're getting that listing, that sale a month, so that you can leave that other job and jump into real estate full time. And when you do that way, and Karen, I'm sure you've seen this in your company, when agents do it that way, they become successful with a strategy and a system that maintains their success. And they live by referral. They start getting referrals the second, third year because they're continuing to nurture their sphere of influence, their database, their clients, their past clients. It just really, really works. I recently told you I don't do real estate, but I walk every morning, right, in the neighborhood. And guess what? Somebody said, hey, Ruth, you get to know the people once you're walking, right? You get to know their names and what have you. My wife's sister's moving here from Louisiana. Do you think you could find a house for her in Sun City? I said, sure, right? Because I knew Tracy and John would help me, which they did. And of course, I felt compelled that I had to go along with them, which I did. Tracy was excellent. And by the second day, we found a house. We put in the all cash offer, close in 10 days. And we did it. Now we did such a good job. Yesterday, I'm walking. Here's my friend again. Hey, Ruth. Hey, by the way, Wendy's house sold. Wendy lives in Louisiana, and she's so anxious to move. And you all did such a great job. I have another person here in our neighborhood who is thinking about selling their home in February. And I told them what a great job you did. And so if you would give me some information, I'll pass it on and let her see if she wants to get in touch with you. That's living by referral. You do such a good job for people, and they've been getting our mailers. They've been getting our postcards. I don't do pop buys, or John and Tracy haven't done pop buys yet. They might for Thanksgiving, though. We're thinking about that. But the whole thing is to dominate the neighborhood that you want to get listings out of, because it just starts mushrooming. And then you start employing a couple of these tactics and tips that you heard from Jason and Bill and Jeff. I mean, great tips. And you may have to go back and listen to one at a time, because if you listen to them two all at once, and I told Tracy this yesterday, it's overwhelming. That's why I broke it up into little chunks. Now, they're going to do a blog about these tips. And as soon as they do, I'll present them to you so that you can, and I'll do like a PowerPoint slide of each one. So explaining it, because there's a lot of details, like even Jeff, who just told us about, the epic listing and about the in-stream video, YouTube video ads. That's a lot of information in that little chunk of time, because he's an expert. And so he just rips right through it. But, I will be so happy to show you all how to do those things. So I'm waiting to get that done because I think of all the tips that I have heard over the years, they nailed it. And I'm so happy to have presented it to you all. Anyway, hopefully this helps your business. Hopefully, if you're the broker owner like Karen is, you can share this with your agents. If you're a team leader, right, you can share it with your team people. And Vulcan 7 is a great a platform to get emails and phone numbers. And that's gold. That's golden. So lots of ideas, lots of things. So y'all have a wonderful day. Tomorrow's Thursday already. And tomorrow I'm going to bring you one of the top agents' video of how he climbed the ladder to his success to hopefully inspire you all to reach higher and to realize that, hey, if he can do it, she can do it, I can do it, right? That's what it's all about. So just like that little baby, you know, the baby doesn't fall down and say, I ain't walking again, right? No, it gets back up until he can walk, or he or she can walk. So there's so many different quotes and cliches about success and failure and how to succeed and how not to lose the motivation. So hopefully I help you do that. Stay with it. I'll see you all tomorrow. I love you. And thanks for listening. Like and share and whatever comment, just give me some